Hello Airsofters, so I'm gonna get a tracer unit going on my gun to try this out. Unfortunately, this brand of Acetech has a really good reputation and henceforth they're really hard to come by. They have a newer model called the Brighter C, I think, and it's sold out everywhere. Uh, they do have some larger ones that were not sold out, but I'm trying to fit it inside the front end of this shroud there. So the only one I could find that's smaller in its diameter is this older one called the Lighter S. So we're gonna test this guy out. I'm sure there's many other videos on this. Supports green bullets. Anti-clockwise thread, 14 millimeters. That's a pretty key one. It's supposed to last 22,000 rounds, so that's pretty impressive off of one charge. So it's an internal LiPo battery. Yeah, I'll just open that here. Did it say the diameter on the outside of this? Yes, diameter is 27 millimeters and the length is 64 millimeters. Okay, so we got a little tool here and then a power charging cable. It's the old school, sadly, type C. I mean, micro C. Micro USB, sorry. I haven't said micro USB in a long time. So that gives you an idea how old it is. I don't know if the newer ones have type C's or not, but I would hope that they do. It's just easier to use being a universal shape, whereas this one has to be up or down. Alright, so it's in this wrapper. Let's see if we can make sense of this. That's all in Chinese. I should charge it apparently. We'll see if it'll turn on by itself. And then it's under the cap, the charge indicator. So this cap just unscrews. So when the indicator is no longer lit, that means it's already charged. Okay. Very chromy in there. I'm seeing I think 3 LEDs on each side, and then that fourth hole is probably the optical sensor or something. It's amazing that these things work. The ball's moving so fast, and yet it's able to charge BBs. Alright, so that's the good old power button. Alright, I guess it's on. So I have 4 different BBs, 3 greens and 1 red. And I'm just curious to see if it'll charge a red one at all, because I like the idea of having the last few rounds be red, so it's like a empty magazine warning. Alright, so I'm not going to put it on the gun yet, because I want to just easily test it out. So 34 grams with this little pistol adapter, this 11 millimeter, but I don't need that for now. Oh yeah, I think it was a different channel. I think Mike or something was his name. He did a good review on this. So this tightens and loosens this adapter. Alright, but anyways, without that, 32 grams, that is quite light. I like that. I'm trying to keep a really light gun for CQB fight action. Alright, let's see if these are on the up and up as far as the weight goes. Let's get the scale. This says it's 1 kilo. Let's see if it's 1 kilo. Yeah, it's a little over 1 kilo. So the BLS green tracers, you're actually getting, I guess it'd be at 0.25 grams, 4,000 rounds. So that's good. This Rampage, it literally says 3,000 rounds. So does that equate 3,000 times 0.25? 750. So if I take 750 grams, divide by 0.25, yeah, that's 3,000 rounds. I'm not a mathematician. That's what calculators are for. We already know that aim top bags are a lie. There's no way that you have 5,000 rounds in either of these bags. But do they at least have 4,000 rounds, which is the standard? So it should weigh 800 grams. Okay, so it does have more than 800 grams, 819. And then this one, this is the red. Yeah, 820. So the red and green aim tops have a little more than 4,000 rounds, but the bag is saying 5,000, so that's a bit of very misleading. I put some in these little bottles to help it get through that little that tip there. I did charge it a tiny bit as well. They're going to bounce out of these trays, so I'm going to just dump one of each into this cup here. And let me get a lot closer. So I think later I'm going to just cast light on all 4 of them at the same time, turn the lights off, and we'll see which glows the longest or the brightest. Okay, so this is the Rampage greens. Yeah, definitely lit up, not a problem. But they definitely lose their glow as well, because they're not exposed to the light very long. So put that aside. Now let's try the BLS greens. Oh. Even in this cup, they still bounced out. I kind of feel like that might be brighter, but I could be wrong. Okay, next one is Aim Top green. Oh, I have short-term memory. I feel like that's even brighter, but again, I just could be totally wrong. Only you would really know by rewinding the video. Okay, and the last questionable one is this Aim Top red. No, not really. You can see the purple light come on, but it's the frequency of that light is just not working for red. Okay. So let me dump this out. So I'm gonna go get some flashlights. So I got these 2 giant LED lights here. Charge them. These are the aim points. We'll have BLS on the top, and we'll have Rampage here on the bottom. So I can get both of them, all of them equal lights here. And actually, I should probably move the camera even closer. So hold on, let's again. Alright, I'm going to turn off the lights now. Hold on. Alright, so to me it seems like the Rampage is the brightest, and it's holding the light the longest. Yep, the lower right is the Rampage. The aim point red is almost gone from the camera, but it's still visible to me, to the naked eye. Yeah, so the aim top green on the upper left is the second to go. But again, I can actually still see those reds. Alright, interesting. It definitely seems as though the Rampage has the longest lasting effect. The BLS and the aim point greens are so close, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, let me get the lights back on. So that's quite an interesting little experiment. Alright, back to this. Let's get this on this gun here. So one concern I have with this is if the thing is plastic, it might be very easy to cross thread this. So it's a good habit to count. Oh no, the thread is so fine. I'm trying to back back turn it so I can find the thread before I start. It's right there. If you just start threading it without being in the right location, I'm afraid you might strip the thread, you know, cross thread it. But, well, I guess it might never leave. Well, no, it's not a good design. I was thinking about the charging. It is on the face of the thing, so you don't have to remove this from the gun, but you still have to remove that plastic cap in order to charge it. So I'm afraid that threading might go bad. Alright. It's funny, I weighed this steel flash hider here, and it says 49 grams on it because it's steel. So this tracer is actually lighter than just this muzzle flash hider. Oh, it actually stops. It's not back. It's not flattening out on the outer barrel. But as long as it doesn't fall off, that's fine. So, yeah, this is like a 30.5 millimeter inner ring for this shroud here. So this is definitely very fitting. It's nice to know that it's actually lighter and it has a function. You know, even if I don't turn it on, I'm going to leave this on because it's lighter than this, right? Although I guess if you drop this, then you're going to break it. If I was outside playing in the woods, maybe I would consider, you know, using this. You can see it's all scratched up because sometimes I rest it on my on the floor as I wait for a game. So I gotta be a little more careful with that. Okay, well, I guess the next thing to do is to load up some of the BBs and take a few shots here. Okay, we're gonna shoot some BLS. I'm only gonna do semi-auto. I find that watching other YouTubers with full auto, it's just a full stream of green, right? I don't really shoot full auto because the fields don't let me do that on an indoor stadium or indoor CQB arena. So they're going to start with some BLS green, and let's just take a look at the brightness here. Okay, this next one is the aim point green. I'm not going to shoot the reds because we already know that doesn't work. Alright, the last one is the Rampage green. Hopefully the camera kept its focus. It may have not done a good job because it's a dark room. But even in the daylight, let's just try one in the daylight. Alright, so I turned on all the lights on inside here, and let's just see if it's still visible. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, so that was the Rampage again. Alright, so I would say, you know, this thing does a good job with pretty much any brand of green, and that's why it has such a good reputation. So I like the fact that it's small enough to fit inside my barrel shroud, and it's very lightweight. So I approve. I'll probably still try different brands. That G&G UBT 106 might be one I'll try next time if I can get a hold of one. But for now, this will do the job. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully this will help you make a purchasing decision. Alright, bye.